a team effort by our guys. I thought the second half, our changing defenses helped us, and 17-1 on the offensive glass helped us too. And I just told the players that one possession late in the second half where we got about 4 offensive rebounds on one play summed the game up to me, and I'm proud of them. And there's a reason they're number 8 in the country in rebounding, and that's or number 13, excuse me, and that showed tonight.
I'd like to go ahead with questions for the student athletes only. Please wait for a microphone and identify yourself by name and media outlet. We'll start in the second row on the right.
Tim Buckley with the Advertiser. Sean, it looked like you were really kind of mixing it up with what you were shooting from outside and when you were driving from up top. How much space did that give you to work with, and how much did that help you?
I think just coming into the game, coach talked to me during practice and whatnot. He kind of just told me just kind of get loose, like, and just play. Like, you know, they gave me a lot of space on those mid-range shots. He's like, take that shot. He was confident that I could knock him down, and he basically gave me the green light. And I tried my best to take advantage of it.
In the front on the right.
Luke Johnson with the Acadiana Advocate. Sean, when did you know that you were going to be kind of shooting the way you were tonight? It's been a while since you had 6 3-pointer attempts in a game.
Usually, you know, if I knock a couple down, I get in a good groove. You know, lately I haven't shot that many. You know, but if I knock a couple down, I'm pretty confident I can knock a few more down, and hopefully it'll carry over to tomorrow and the rest of the tournament.
Bryce, you were part of that play that Coach Marlin was just talking about there, where he had a bunch of taps, and then I think Sean finally finished it. How much did that just kind of characterize what you guys were about tonight?
I mean, Coach Johnson always tell us we have to crash the boards, and we're all about offensive rebounding. And we're 13 in the country in the rebounding margin, and I think that's an advantage for us. And, I mean, we just got to play to our strengths, and rebounding is one of them.
Bryce, I think by the end of the first half, you'd matched your career high in steals. What was happening out there that was getting you in the passing lanes and you know, causing those turnovers? That was a big part of the first half.
Coach Marlin always told me throughout the whole year I needed to get some more steals because I have huge hands, I have a great wingspan. And I just saw the ball come my way a couple of times, and, I mean, it's a ball in my area. I mean, I'm just using my hands.
Bryce, how much were you guys kind of feeding off of Sean's energy, particularly tonight?
Throughout the whole game, I mean, he set the tone from tip-off. He really set the tone. Then when he gets fired up, everybody gets fired up. He's the leader out there. He's our captain. I mean, we really just going to follow him. And, I mean, even if you're struggling, he's still going to tell us, pick up the energy. So, I mean, he got to a great start, and I just fired everybody up to just keep going, do what they do.
We have time for one more in the middle and the back.
Sean, getting Little Rock now for a third time, what do you think is going to be the difference for you guys to get these guys tomorrow?
I think it's just simply, you know, having the same approach that we did today, and kind of letting today just go, and pretending like, you know, tomorrow's our first game. We gotta have that same energy, you know, that same grit. You know, that's a word that we really playing by right now, grit, and we gotta bring it out there tomorrow, give it all, because Little Rock's a good team, but I think we're capable of beating them.
Thank you very much to Sean and Bryce. You guys can head back to the locker room now, and we'll open it up to questions for Coach now.
Coach, you guys just played probably their best game in a while in a tournament setting, and they're up here just you know, kind of business-like, and you know, they don't even look really too happy. It's just kind of the mentality you want from your guys.
Well, they've got a business-like approach, and I like that. They know that we didn't come here to win one game. We are, I guess, 5-1 in this building the last couple of years, so we feel confident here, and we know we've got a tough one tomorrow. But we played those guys close at our place and had a chance to win. So I like their attitude.
Going to the back in the middle again.
Sean kind of made mention that he had the green light. What did you see in practice, or was it just kind of simply because it's tournament time to kind of let Sean be Sean in the first half?
Well, he's been shooting the ball very well in practice, and he's one of our best three-point shooters. He struggled this year like our team has from three. And once he shot one tonight, even when the one he missed, I thought it was a good look. And he gets in a groove. He's made 5 before in a game. In fact, he was 5 for 5 one time 2 years ago. So he's very capable of making a lot of shots. And then, as he said, in the short corner, he tends, when he gets double teamed a lot, he wants to spin and try to go to the basket. He's had some charging fouls. He dips his shoulder a little bit. So I told him to square up and shoot the ball. I mean, he's an excellent high post shooter from the baseline. I mean, the young man's got a really good touch. So was glad that he was able to score tonight. I did ask him, though, that I assume you saved those rebounds for tomorrow night.
Go in the second row.
That one play that you were talking about in particular, about 15 minutes left, how big was that just in terms of kind of shutting off any potential run from them at that point?
I don't remember the score, Tim, exactly at that time, but it was big. We had a couple of situations that Devontae's dunk, Casey gave him a nice pass and got a dunk, and I don't think they made a serious threat after that.
You got a mic right there.
Kevin Foote, Lafayette Advertiser. Coach, talk about the difference between the first 2 games against them and really the last few years where they've kind of played pretty well against y'all, and today it was not even a contest. What was the difference?
Yeah, we're
against him?
We're 4-7 in the games that we've played against those guys since I came to UL, and I think this tied up our career series with those guys. So we've had some really good games over our history in the Sun Belt Conference. But they score the ball well. They shot a good percentage tonight. We only gave them 22 field goals, but they score the ball well. And our style, they feed off our style. We want to play fast and get up and down the floor, and they do too. So they missed Ken Williams tonight, but, hey, we didn't have Jay Wright in the last game. Nobody mentioned that recently, but we did. And Casey and Hayward only scored 4 points in Mobile after scoring 40 between them in our home game. So we knew that we had an advantage at the guard spot if we could make some shots, and we were just glad to put those guys away.
Going to the front right.
Coach, what were you guys able to do to cause so many turnovers? I think you guys scored 27 off turnovers tonight to their, I think, 7.
Yes.
So how big of a part of the game was
that was big at halftime. I don't remember exactly, maybe 15-0 at the half. So we did a good job, and that's a good point. We were active. We had a lot of deflections at the half. Bryce had a bunch of steals. We played man in zone, mixed it up a little bit, and were able to cause them some problems on the offensive end, and then we were able to convert as well.
We have time for one more. Kevin on the left.
Coach, what does this game just say about the focus of the team and maybe looking forward to this opportunity that was here this weekend and the focus of the team?
Well, as you just saw, those guys have a business-like approach. We were picked to win the league. We didn't win the league because we didn't shoot the ball well. We made 10 threes tonight. When that happens, when Sean's pretty good inside, and I think we're a tough out, and we know that we can win this tournament. I said to you guys on Monday in Lafayette that I felt like there were 4 teams that could win the tournament. We're one of them. And there'll be 4 teams left tomorrow. So we've still got some work to do, obviously. I just hope the national trend continues.
Thank you very much, Coach. At this time, we're joined by Coach Mathew Graves from the South Alabama Jaguars. Coach Graves, if you could make a brief opening statement, please.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to congratulate Louisiana on a great win. Coach Marlin, those guys, they did an outstanding job. They were very physical and did a nice job causing us to turn the ball over. They rebounded the ball at a high rate, and if they shoot the ball, if they make 10 or more threes, they're going to be a really tough out in this tournament.
Now open it up to questions. Going here to the front right.
Coach, when did you know find out that Ken Williams wasn't going to be available, and I don't know if he makes a 23-point difference, but how much did that hurt your guys not having him out there today?
Well, we suspected last night that the news was probably not going to be good. Didn't officially find out till maybe 9:30 this morning that he was going to be out, and I think to follow up on your question. Whether it was a 22-point, whether he makes up 22 points, I think it's just a different game when he plays. Our rotations are a little bit tighter. They have to guard us differently when he's in the ball game. So, it's hard to say when, you take any player out of the game, different things happen. And, there's no question that we missed his, leadership and shot-making ability. But, at the end of the day, I thought, we competed and did some good things. But I think you got to give a lot of credit to Louisiana. They made a lot of great plays and played really tough and physical. And that's the thing I'm probably the most disappointed about is I didn't think we were tough enough to the basketball. 50-50 balls, I thought we got beat to them. And whether that was we played last night or not, it's really not an excuse. We've got to get the job done and understand that the ball is very valuable, and we just didn't go after it the way we needed to.
Additional questions? Go ahead.
And when Sean is doing what he did tonight, when he can step out and knock the three down, how hard is he to stop?
He's nearly impossible to stop. When he's able to, he was 5 for 6 from three. When he's making threes, and then Bryce hits a three, and somebody else hit a three there. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Stove hit a three. Jay Wright hit a three. Some of their what we would call auxiliary shooters, if you will, guys that are capable, but you're willing to live with. Those guys made threes, and when they do that, again, making 10 threes for them, I think they're really tough to beat, especially when Casey Shepard only goes 1 for 6.
We're going to go to the back in the middle.
Coach, what was your message to John Brown and Barrington Stevens after the game? And you talked a little bit last game about how they stepped up and just your overall.
Well, I wanted to thank them for what they've done for this program. And, I started with Barrington because I've been with him for 3 years. He's been here my whole time that I've been the head coach. And, in year one, we only won 11 games and didn't even make postseason. Last year we won 12 and got to postseason, won a game. And this year we won 14 and got to postseason and won a game. So it's certainly not great progress, but we're moving in the right direction, and that's something that he can look back on and he needs to be proud of, that this program is moving in the right direction, and all of us want to have a 20-win season, finish as champions in the league, and it takes time. It's a culture building thing. It's a process, and Barrington and JB were part of continuing that slow climb to where we're going to be players in this league and be consistently at the top of this league, and we're knocking on that door, and that's a credit to them for staying the course and staying with it and coming to practice and fighting every day.
Any additional questions? Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay. Thank you.